Taking notes. It's something we all do almost every day. If you're a student, you're probably spending a lot of hours per week extracting informations out of documents or other sources for future usages. So taking notes smartly while maintaining a certain efficiency isn't that easy. Well, I don't consider myself a master note taker, but there is a method, the Zettelkasten Method, that could really help you improve your work and its quality. The Zettelkasten Method was developed by Luhmann, a German sociologist that was ahead of his colleagues that time. He published 58 books and a lot more articles because of this method. So how did he manage that? I'm gonna explain the method and then how you can implement it into Notion, and I'm gonna try to explain that very simply for you guys. The idea behind his method is to build a network of knowledge. Let me clarify this. He tried to build connections among relating topics. This leads to an easier way coming up with and developing own ideas and arguments, which then lead to products. At his time, what he needed to implement the Zettelkasten method were cards, a pen and 2 boxes. One for literature notes, which also functioned as references to his literature, and another box where he collected his own corresponding ideas. So we're going to implement that method now into Notion, because doing that digitally is more efficient than the old way Luhmann did. There are 4 steps to do that. The first step is, as I said before, making literature notes. Important to know is to make these notes in your own words, as this helps you to really understand the topic. The next step is to write a brief note about the reference of your notes and some words about the total content. This serves as an orientation aid, because after many notes you can quickly lose the overview. After that, you eventually take fleeting notes. These are thoughts and ideas you develop corresponding to your literature notes. The next and crucial step is to decide which are your permanent notes after analyzing your fleeting notes. You sort them into important and unimportant notes. The important ones are finally your permanent notes. You take them out and rewrite them if necessary. You do that under consideration of the value they give you and your existing ideas. Making a close connection of new learned stuff to knowledge you already possess enables a denser network of your knowledge and improves your final product. For example, if you want to write a book yourself. Alright, I'm gonna show you an example now with a random article from the New York Times and using Notion. First of all, I'm going to build my database in Notion. And then I'm going to copy paste the URL of the article and fill in all the important key elements. So let's start with reading the article. I copy paste this part and try to write a literature note about it. Now we continue with reading and then copy paste again an important part and write again a literature note. This time we think it's so important that we add a known idea corresponding to the literature note. This is our fleeting note. If we choose to make this to a permanent note at the end of reading, we will do the following. So that it gets easier to have an overview of all permanent notes at the end and eventually create a known product related to the topic. So as you can see, I tried to create a rather simple construct using the Zettelkasten method. I know there are more complex Notion templates and ideas, but for me personally, this technique would be enough. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are regarding this topic, and see you in the next video. Bye.